Hello, viewers and subscribers. Reapers and GL here with my latest walkthrough of the Riftbreaker, brought to us to XOR Studios. So, if you're a fan of the game Factoria or the zombie apocalypse game called They Are Billions, then this is the game for you. The Riftbreaker is a real-time strategy survival tower defense base building game. And I gotta say, this is my absolute favorite above all other RTS game. It is really satisfying and also at the same time really frustrating at some times. Anyway, let's get into it. So, you start out like this, and I have all free DLC contents already downloaded and installed, and I will take them on as they come. And let's get into the campaign. However, you can set up, you can start a campaign like this with easy, normal, and whatever. However, you can also set up your own version of the campaign, which is I'm going to do here and show you how it's done. Right. At the very top, you choose how much damage your enemies deal to you. You can set it to 100 or maximum, and to the very bottom, 0 damage. But I'm gonna stick to 100. No, that's not it. Hello, 100. Hello, there. Now, let's see here. This thing is annoying. And there we go. And this one chooses how much each point of resource deposits contain. You can set it to infinite, or just don't, or you can set it to half of that. And but I'm gonna set each resource deposit to 500 because otherwise there's no point in this walkthrough later on. And this one decides how long each research object takes to download. And I recommend if you start it for the first time, you set it to about 20. I'm gonna set it to 10. The last time I set it to 20, just to make this walkthrough a little bit faster. And this decides how much each research object costs. And I'm gonna set that 1 to 10 as well to speed things along. No, not 1. I'm gonna set that 1 to 10 as well. And this decides how much each building is going to cost. And I'm gonna set that 1 to 10 as well. And this decides how long it takes to build each building, but I'm gonna set that 1 to 10 as well. If you'll excuse me. There we go. And this decides the current weapons you hold if you drop them after you die. I mostly found it annoying. I don't know if it's a bug or not, but a few times when I have died and I dropped some items, they disappear. They're not supposed to do that. You just have to go out and pick them up again, but sometimes they completely disappear. So I've lost a good amount of weapons that way. So I recommend you set that one to 0. And I never quite really figured this one out. I don't know. But this decides the debuff you get after you died and revived back at your HQ. So I'm gonna put that one to about 30 seconds. And this one, I never really bothered with this one, so I'm gonna set it to that. And instead of dropping weapons, you drop resources. But I'm gonna set that one to 0 as well to speed up things. And this one, this is really interesting. It decides the size or difficulty of each enemy horde wave attack. I set it to hard on my latest walkthrough of my own, so I'm gonna set it to brutal. And you can set it to the maximum, and then you can set the enemy's damage to 0, just to get a feel of it and figure out your own way of strategy and defenses and whatnot. So let's see, everything checks out there. And this decides how many points of enemies comes at you each time a horde attacks. So I set it to 2 last time. And well, I'm gonna set it to 3. And yeah, sorry, but I did play hard enemy wave strength and 2 per wave multiplier last time, and I barely survived that, and I had the enemy's damage to 100, but with brutal and the attack waves multiplied by 3, I'm gonna lower the enemy's attack strength a little bit. Uh, well, I might as just set it to 80%. And this decides how much time you have to, well, to set up extra defenses and whatnot before the horde attacks. So I'm gonna increase that one as well to about, yeah, I'm gonna set it up to 300. I don't remember what I had last time, sorry. And this one decides how often the attack waves appears. If you're new to this game, I really, really recommend you set this to about halfway, somewhere around there. And I'm gonna stick with that one. No, this is new. There was a recent update, and this one wasn't there then. So I'm gonna turn that off. And this one decides if you're gonna have day and night like regular daytimes, but to set up a little more of a, how should I say, challenge for myself, I'm gonna set it to only night. And I will explain, you can also just set it to only day, and that could make things a little bit easier. But like I said, only night. And yeah, I'll go with this. So let's go in here and start a game. Now, before we begin, Each map you start on is never the one and the same. They will always be randomized and different. It isn't just set in one singular map pattern. So when you start, I recommend you explore the entire map to clear out the shadow of fog over the map. And if you like it, then you set up your headquarters down there. But I'll get into that as soon as we start. That is all for now. Reaper 7GL signing off.